Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. We are again around the 7,000 mark here. Today is, by the way, today is Wednesday, February 11. It is 9:26 a.m. Eastern Time in the US. Just a few minutes before the opening. The market had a spike from the non-farm payrolls report, and we are up again, just trading back from the 7,000 mark. This is going to be really fast. I don't have too much time. You know how many times this 7,000 mark has been sold, right? Multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times selling from 7,000. Traders know what's happening, right? And they will try to sell, probably they will try to sell again. I don't know if this time uh, uh, they're going to be they're going to have good also having another break from here, right? We have a 3-day range here above this 2-day range. It's a breakout setup. We also have another 3-day range here, right for a setup breakout as well. So this can be something serious to the upside. In my 120 and 140 charts, I do have this area as a potential area to start taking profits, right? Because it has yesterday already has cleared the single prints that we had here, and just leaving the pocket upside, right? The bigger time frame pocket trade, right? Which is right there. It's touching that, right? So the next thing, the upper side is actually we have the all-time highs right there. It's going to happen today? I have no idea, right? I don't know what's going to happen. Right? There was some buying, some volume that was coming here during this spike to the upside. But let's see what do we have here. Let's see what this market has to offer, how this market reacts at the opening. Here, if we have some breakout, remember up here, this 7, I got my potential destination at 20 points, kind of like 15 points higher from where it is right now, right? Potential spike here, right? Around this mark, the 17. It has been something, it has had something really serious there. Let's see what do we have. The market's back up here right before the opening. Okay? I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm going to leave these two profiles here. Right? Support is way down here around the 69, 64, and the first area of relevance, the 90s. I think it's all about the yesterday's high and the 7,000 mark now. It's opening right at the high here. Let's see what do we have here. Now we have a breakout. Let's see if we can reach this high here. Let me close these profiles. So I'm very interested in this high here. Still can have a better look. We have nice volume, first 5 minutes. The lows are slightly higher than the 7,000 here. So this 7.9 now we support. It's kind of like weak here. It's coming back right to halvback. What happened? This is halvback is also previous day high. Yeah, this might need there may some rebalancing here as well. Kind of too long now. All right, this is has fallen, has not taken this high here. Coming back to the opening. Now coming back inside previous day range, right? That's not a good sign also because it can actually go to the opposite side. It's very standard market to the upside. Now 7,000 here. The spike to the downside has been rejected. There's no acceptance of lower prices here. Now we have some kind of like a trap here, right? Let's see if because this trade has got very emotional here, right? This market is going to make all-time highs here now, right? We have a kind of a decent volume up here. Let's checking off some of those early longs here. Let's see if we can make it. If we can make it, I'm going to highlight this area here. All right, you can look at here or down below. Okay, that would be something more serious here. POC is also the opening of yesterday, right there. I'm going to put a ES 5 minutes here, the Keller channel also here. All right. What I have here, it's kind of like getting back inside the kernel here, right? The 5 minutes is outside, right? All right, that's market's right there at that 1690. Mm-hmm. Coming down below that is can trigger more selling here. That can be a good support level then. Let's see. Oh, now inventory is also 100, almost 100% long. Look, just look at Nasdaq, for example, where the market said way down here, right? All of this inventory here. And also that we may have some rotation as well. Sailor is way down here, all the overnight inventory where it is, right? The first sign change of the current action would be, as I say, maybe get into this yesterday's POC, follow by the closing in these distributions from the overnight session here, right here. Okay, I'm going to close this one now. Maybe we need something. We may. I don't know if this is a level. Okay, the Nasdaq has already closed this distribution, which is not a good sign here for longs. Because now it can actually target the overnight POC down here. And that's the next thing on the lower side. And the ES is holding a little bit better here. A nice volume bars here. Seems like we still have selling here. Nasdaq doesn't have too much volume. Yes, it has better one. Okay. The ES has these three important areas here. I'm going to highlight these ones. Dash here. Okay. POC. Next, this is the next thing, right? Next thing after that, closing the distributions, which Nasdaq has already did, right? Nasdaq is weaker than the ES. Notice there is some pressure here to the downside. That's pushing it harder here. And POC, overnight POC. This one has been corrected now. Erase, what is erase text. Erase the. Let's see if Nasdaq can chew into this tail. I don't know how far can it go into this tail. Chewing the whole tail is not going to be good here. It would be interesting to see where this day closes. It seems like the ES can close those distributions as well. Nice breakout. The Dow is to the upside, the closer to the downside. Nasdaq range, ES also kind of like starting to form a channel here, right? Like a range. Hope you can see this pattern forming here. As you can see, it's something like this, maybe forming, right? Trading back and forth here. I think Nasdaq has already, Nasdaq POC is up here. Nasdaq has checked that already, right? Oh yeah, Nasdaq POC is up here, right here. They may try to do something here, not to the upside. Let's see. Copy and move. This is yesterday's hard back. Okay, this coming down here will not be good for this market. Of course, we just have one period here, right? This kind of movements are very risky, right? It has looked above this high, has looked above, now has come back inside and can target this lower side. Right? Value is higher. Oh no, my bad. Value is inside. This is breaking out of this. I don't know. Yesterday closed this actually may be a day to the upside here. We have good odds that we may have something to the upside here. Couldn't print 3 bars here. We close green here, or the hammer, or whatever. This one. Seems like this single prints, this tail is being chewed, right? If this one falls, we have more job. This market can actually start working in this upper tail. Now Nasdaq is ahead of ES here. I think there can be some back and forth from the 7,000 here before anything is clear here. Huh? Let me add another line here, right there at the 7,000. This mark here is 7,000. As a matter of fact, I'm going to lower this one to the 7,000. Again, there's another sale from the 7,000 that's going on here right now. Okay, check this out. This is very interesting, actually, what's going on. We have nice volume on the lower side. Okay, so now there's pressure to the downside, but the thing is, if there is no downside continuation because there's significant volume here, if there's no downside, these guys can be squeezed. All right, just saying. It also has come back, the ES has come back to the center of the kernel channel, right? The center is getting closer to the 30. This may be in this range here, right? Maybe touching here. The first touch is a buy. So just you have an idea. That's why I have this one here. Right there at this volume here, where the spike after the new spike, right? We have volume here, all right? This is long. All the loans are holding here, holding hands here as well, right? Just check it out where it has come. As long as this stays, right? As long as this area stays, if this one is taken, all right? Okay, the next period may come down below, and the third one start from this moving lower. That's the potential. If there's something to the downside, I think that's going to be how it's played. This is pretty dangerous here. Pretty dangerous to be short here right now. I don't like this formation here. It's pretty bad. I mean, bad odds. I mean, there are no such good odds here. For the shorts. So now, what you don't want is, I mean, if you're short, you don't want, shorts don't want the market to come back first to 70,000 to 7,000, and then above this market. That's something very bad. That would be really bad. Now pay attention to these levels here. Huh? What I have here is 69.99 basically. This area here. It will be maybe this high here. Okay. All right. Yesterday's POC is right there. Well, they are attempting to buy another buy from POC. It's another test. There was a lot of trade back and forth from that level yesterday. Okay. Let's see, that's 99 holes here. It has been back and forth, back and forth. You can see the red, greens, ups, downs here. Mhm. Okay, now we have this range here, right? Okay, this is 97 here. Okay, this very mechanical way to trade, trying to buy this POC here. Still don't see much here. Ooh. This one has been corrected. This one is out as well. Just look at this high, like 2 ticks high than this range, 2 ticks high than this range, 2 ticks high. They are selling very. The selling is it's kind of very risky here, man. Got to be very careful here. Inside bar, the down. Actually, Russell is making a new lows. Outside bar in Nasdaq. Outside bar in the ES. Just check this out. Yeah. Now this is a buy here. This is the way I'm saying here. And you just have maybe 100 here, a couple ticks to stop here. You can put a limit order here with a couple ticks 88 maybe, and couple ticks stop here. It didn't reach it though, so that limit would not have been filled. how many times this market is going to sell from 7,000. Gosh, that's the thing, right? When we try to up from that, this time is going to happen. I'm going to be long now, right? For or before that happened. That is, gosh, man. I mean, the whole spike has been retraced now in both markets. It's interesting here. Both ES and Nasdaq are in really nice sync now. Can you see? They are both at the low, closing the spike right there, right now, at the same time. I mean, Nasdaq did it first, right? But it didn't. Yeah, it didn't have downside, more downside. Now we are there. Okay. This would have been a loss, right? That couple ticks here. That's a stop loss here. So you don't have to risk. I don't have to risk from 89 to 86, for example. That's 3 points instead of just a couple ticks. Now here it is. This is what I was talking, right? You have below this area here. This the pressure to the downside. These guys that were pressuring the market are already having some downside, right? If there was no downside, the upside would have been really, the potential upside would have been really, really, really good. Now, this market has went in just in less than a period, right? It went from overbought here to almost over. So it has traveled from the upper side of the kernel channel, right up here, all the way down here, in less than a period, as you can see, right? Was trading the upper side. A lot of trade happened here above the upper band, right? And now we're going to straight to the opposite side of that. I thought that maybe was going to be some sideways trading here, but it actually has went straight to the lower, you know. Most of the spike has been. There is something to 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 highlight here. Is there's actually no volume here at the lower part, at the lower side of the bar, right, or the spike. Same thing here. Now let's see now if they can put volume here in this area. That would sign a potential sign something to the answer. There's a lot of longs here from this one that are being crushed now. Notice that there's leads no volume here, very emotional. Fingerprints have been filled. Both Nasdaq and the ES. Has it has moved quite a distance here. Yeah, remember coming back. This is look above and failure, right? You can target this side, this low here. I'm still pushing. Actually, I seriously thought that we may have some sort of rally today, but it's not being played up. Uh, Let me do some coffee here. This can be a place where the market needs to make a stand for the longs. If there's anything to the is if there's going to be anything to the upside. I'm still watching the 7,000 market. The 30 minute actually doesn't look bad, man. This looks very positive here. This is a market to the upside yet. You can see here. This market has made a new high, a higher high, right? Of course, it's making lower lows as well. Hmm. Now notice how this we have here an upside positive, very positive here. This might be something now. There might be something, some buying here. Now look at these things, right? POC, yesterday's POC was taken, closing, no? This pivot from a couple days ago also has been taken. Now we have the overnight POC. Next thing below, down below, we have this for me, this is support here, down right here, pretty much the spike from yesterday, that give us a really big range to downside, right? In just a couple periods, in less than 2 periods, basically, the market reaching the opposite side, doing the trade. And what happened yesterday, this was terrible, terrible day to the downside, really bad way. And of course, you can notice that I have a bias to the upside today. Nasdaq has its support. I haven't seen any volume here yet, right? But has a 120, around the 120 mark. There is some significant volume here, right? The notice of just keep accumulating, so something may come here in this area. All right. What about volume? We have really high volume here. Boy, this high volume to the downside. There can be more than a counter action. Nasdaq also. Why? Look at how things can change really fast here. Hmm. No, there's selling here. Selling. There's no way. There's no reason. It may be reaching this reference that I have here, but that's not a reason to get long here. I'm going to close this overnight here. They were not relevant, as you can see. Right back at zero. Now this thing here, VIX is just going higher and higher and higher. Now we have something here. Let's check this. This one here. You got that. You got that potential to the downside. That gave us 50 in the lower side, which is also the 50 moving average. Boy, this is something. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. Has already taken. Gosh. Look at that sale, man. Unbelievable. This is a better sale than what happened yesterday. Now we're just checking the opposite side of this range. Gosh. This is this is also a trade, a typical trade, right? We have an upside, and whatever they have to the upside here is also, you know, a balance, right, to the downside, right? This will basically complete this movement. Now, what do we have from here? Yeah, it's just getting through, right? Chewing every single freaking reference they have to the downside. Look at the bigs, man. Fuck. Overnight low, overnight low, yesterday's low. Everything has been taken here. Gosh, man. Impressive. Very impressive. Yeah. They're buying now from the 50 moving hours. Can that hold? That would be unbelievable, right? 46 is the right there. Look at that. Now, if you want you want something that signals potential downside, this is something, right? This will be something. It's a terrible, terrible low here. Has closed. I think. Okay, let's see if this can be something. It's not a spike base, but uh, this is the lower side of this distribution here. Yeah? And down below, we have single points. Nasdaq did close its distribution yesterday, so this market shouldn't have any issues going or taking this low. Right? Remember that shouldn't have anything. Now the action to the downside has not been completed here. Look like it has not been completed. And now, let me show you the 5 minute. I mean the kernel, right? This is just crazy. Uh, we went from after extending the range, you have above this range. And now we are at the opposite side, oversold here. It doesn't mean it has to come back here, right? After all, this can compress, right, and start turning sideways and going down. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We can have a big bounce from here as well. Now this belly is very overextended. This movement is very overextended now. It has been a good movement to the downside. Look at that. Still having more buying right from the 50. Right back from the 50s. No, any short here. Any short. It's kind of like a risky to get a short here, but you know, if we are holding a short, somebody's holding a short here, right, from this area, you don't want the market to come back inside the range. For me, the movement is done. There was a trade here, right? I was looking to the upside, but I was wrong. So we have this range here, the same range, same range. From here to here is same. From here to here is that's this mark here. All the longs here have been shaken up. Now from now on, there's another thing that can be happening, right? But you look for continuation here. Oh boy, man. I mean, you have and what I have here is sell, 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 sell. From way up here on this mark, right? Even this two here from the opening, right after the opening. I mean, and there's nothing here. There's no sign here whatsoever that can sign a reversal here. There's nothing here. So I'm not going to do anything to the upside here. We're getting to this low here. Now the next thing is single prints here. Now we have an outside bar here, an outside day. All right. Hope this day closes is also, notice how this range is expanding here. Halbach keeps moving. Now, something else that I also check here for this halbach, these guys may want to move halbach down to sell. Okay. And how they will happen, they will need to move at least twice this distance here. So that will be from where it is right now. That will give us this and this, right? Kind of like what is that, 6,900 maybe, right? Anything's possible here. And that, yeah, it's just not crazy to think, because what that has, what does have is, my bad. Let me open. Where is 6,900? That put back, that would give that would put the market back right to where this everything started here. I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? But if I'm going to monitor something, that's how I would do it. Again, this is another time, right? Every single time that this market has tried above this, every single time the market has been close, or had good odds of making new highs, right? Every single time the market has just keep going low, low, being smashed, right? Every long that has here has been crushed here. Crushing everybody hopes here. This is what I'm saying. Um, this this is what I noticed, right? I want to move hard back to sell, so I will put this, right? This, this is one, right at that 50, and the next one down here, right at the closing of this distribution. I don't know what the heck is this, but there was, oh, this is a little freaking distribution here, right? Doing that, coming down here, will move this POC, I mean, halfback to zero. I'll give us a range here. Check it out how Nasdaq has taken this volume here. Bro, if this one has fallen, all right, let's do that. This one has fallen, right? It was the last one. The next thing is this one. The next one after that is this one here. We are already inside this single prints here, very, very, very elongated to the downside. What is half? I cannot see. I mean, this is so elongated. I cannot even see what halfback is in this Nasdaq. What the heck? Fuck. What the fuck is halfback here? Oh, here. Hmm. For Wixland low is history. Pretty safe, pretty confident that it's not at a significant level now. I shouldn't have it. Should not have had it there. This low also. Who cares about that now? This low here. Settle here. This one is also not a lot. This is trading. This is a day. This is a different type of day than a previous day. Right? We have a significant volume here. Look at the volume here. This is these are this day or today is it has conviction. It has management here. There is something that's very different than the previous 2 days here. Right? Previous 2 days here. They're different. Very, very, very different. Right? The ones who are in control of the trade are different. Right? Just look at this, man. You know, Nasdaq was not that much, but look at the difference in the ES, right? This is, you know, maybe we might be. I don't know. I think we are close to bottom here. There has been a significant sell here. Gosh, man. Now, this is the thinking, right? What kind of thinking has taken us over here? Right? Checking the single prints, right? Checking the single prints and selling from this upper pocket here. Now we are close to the single prints that this market has left in the lower side. Now, this market, of course, is going to chew here, right? But I think this may have actually something here around this 69.30. Notice this is a support as well, some kind of level here. And the lower side is very extended. This is very, very extended to the downside now. Um, I got something to do. Very overextended, man. I don't think personally. I don't think this has too much. There can be something wild here. It's just too far, too fast, man. There can be a good area here, to make some sideways trading. Look at this green bar here. This can mislead many people, right? This is actually still sell. Now we're getting closer and closer to move hard back to settle, right? We need another push here. Another push. What it was? What it was? Okay. I think, yeah. I guess unfortunately, I got things to do today as well. I will call it a day here. Look at that, man. Um, it's very overextended here, very overextended here to the downside. Mhm. Check this out. Let's compare these two, before I leave, let's compare these two 5 minute chart. Both are the years, right? Two different ways to trade, whatever fits your style, right? 30 highs, 30 lows, and the 10 SMA, all right? This is current channel, center, and this is a 5 moving average. Very oversold here, right? And right below the lower band, right? Very the same thing as we were talking about what happened here in this area here. When this market was having range extension, the same thing happened here. Right? Very overextended to the downside. So we may have some sideways trading here, as this market do something like this, for example, right? And it may get closer to this here. Mm-hmm. All right. But I wouldn't be so anxious to buy here because this can be some rebalancing, right? Confirmation, we see the market coming back towards this center line, right? And continues towards this upper side of the bar. Whatever fits your style is, I mean, it just I don't trade out of this, but it is just to kind of like to gauge what the market is doing, right? Or you just can see the 30 minutes chart. You can see the volume here, right? This fails, right? There was no reason here, right? We saw this accumulation of volume. If this one holds, right, there was significant upside potential here. If this one did not, as it did, we have downside, right? Inventories here, just inventories. Very overextended, man. Very overextended to the downside. Okay, I hope you have had a good date so far. I hope you have not been in the wrong side of the market. Heavy bias. I was heavy bias to the upside today at the opening. As you can see, I was wrong. Let's see where before I leave. Let's see where this one closes here. I hope this yeah, it closes above this one here. This is important here, right? It closes above this one here. This can be a good stop here. Or here, right? I forgot I wasn't watching. Sometimes it has it. The thing, what happened here is, okay. This level here. Remember what this was, right? What happened is sometimes I make mistakes here. I I go long or short here in this market in DS, but watching I am watching DS, which is Nasdaq, right? Um, and then realize and I see this market, for example, I could see this market going higher, but my position is not. So what the heck? And then realize actually that this one is going low. And just then I realized, oh boy, oh god damn. Right? All right. I have to leave. I have to leave. Have a good rest of the day. Stay safe. I will can see you tomorrow. Bye bye.